In this video, I'll give you a recap and update on my hidden slot Pika screws, to the background of an odd and challenging build. Three years ago, I launched the Pika Screw, a screw with a hidden slot so a flush unbroken disc is all that's seen when it's used with accessory hardware to make projects like this live edge floating shelf. I followed up with the Pika Screw Mini in an effort to bring the price down, which I wasn't able to really do all that much, mostly due to the Mini using the same driver size as the original Pika Screw. That really constrained my design options. Corrected all that with the micro Pika Screw I launched earlier this year. Much more accessible price point, and it showed in my sales. The cost versus value was finally something that was making sense to people. I took things a step further with this new screw by launching standoffs to make signs or other wall-mounted projects like these floating shelves, as well as offering a few different length options for this new screw. And I need to clean up this ridiculous naming convention that I've got going. So I'm calling the new screw a 1/4-20 Pika Screw, just switching to the convention of using the thread size. And I'm switching all the other Pika screws to similar names just based on the threads. Except for the Mini. That's still just called the Mini. It's not worth changing because it's getting discontinued. I cannot see a reason for the screw to exist. The newer Pika screws are just too similar, so closeout sale, super high discount. But I need to cover some more details on the new 1/4-20 Pika Screw. It uses the same driver as the 5/16 Pika Screw, but it does have a smaller head. It comes in 4 lengths, and it's my lowest price point yet. And right now, it's discounted 25%, even more, because this is a pre-sale going on right now. I've got 2 builds in the queue using this screw. I'll be publishing those pretty soon, and lots more to come. The pre-sale prices also apply to 3 out of the 4 lengths for the 5/16. That's the one that was formerly the micro. And I should also mention, some of you are waiting on me to ship micro Pika screws or 5/16 Pika screws with those newer lengths. I said I was going to do the length reduction myself in the video popping up on the top right. I got overwhelmed with this and behind. I'm sorry for that. I had to do a dedicated run at the factory to cover these orders. I just received them, checked them, organized them. So these are going to be going out immediately after this video publishes. Jumping back to the original Pika screw. These might get discontinued also. I'm not sure. At the very least, I want to reduce inventory and put them on pause, so it and its accessories are also getting a substantial discount. And that brings me to the odd build that you've been seeing in the background that should now be recognizable as an Ebony Lock Washer. What could that possibly have to do with anything? One of the accessories for the original Pika Screw is a thread tap to cut threads in wood that match the threads on the Pika Screw, so the screw can be used in projects without the purchase of the nut that I sell for them. And I've never put this product, this thread tap product, in a video. It seems crazy to discontinue it without ever showing it. So I wanted to do something, and I didn't have an immediate furniture project need for it, and I wanted to get this out pretty quickly. So I thought I'd just do a wooden nut, an art piece, something simple just to at least show it off and be able to say that it's a whole lot easier to use if you buy at least one nut and make this guide for the initial perpendicularity of the cut into the wood. But so many people have made wooden nuts. It was just boring. I couldn't get excited about it. I felt like I should go a step further and make a wooden lock washer to go with it and show you something a bit more novel. And I'm going to try to grab inspiration to do more of this kind of pure art making in the future. I'm glad I did this time. I think it really led to some interesting techniques. Those 3D printed templates are probably something you haven't seen before. I certainly never have. I thought that was unique and possibly helpful in other situations. So there it is. I hope you found this interesting, if a little odd. Links to all the products I talked about are in the description. Also, I'm anticipating some people might ask, if you went to the trouble to CAD up files to 3D print templates and things for the lock washer, why not just cut it on the CNC? I'm going to cover that in a pinned comment, so check that out if you're curious. Leave a comment, like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Really appreciate your support. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.
Dad, how is it turning?
Well, you gotta join my channel to learn how I did that.